Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the Samsung dryer door switch. It's going to be a very easy repair, and it should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new door switch. The dryer door switch is what tells the dryer when the door is closed. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's shorted out on the inside and the dryer thinks the door is open when it's really closed. In order to get to the part, we have to take the dryer apart, so we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and go around back to remove the screws. Now that we have the screws out, we can remove the top. All you have to do is pull the top back, so a couple inches so it gets free of the brackets, and then you can lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the top off, we can take the control panel off. There's a few locking tabs across the back. We're going to lift up on them to release them and then lift the panel forward. Once you have them all released, you can lift the panel off, and we're just going to set it on the top so it's out of the way. We can open up the dryer door, and we need to remove these two screws at the bottom. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take them out. Now that we have those two screws removed, we can close the dryer door and remove the upper four screws. Now that we have the four screws removed, we can pull a panel forward just far enough so we have access to the door switch. If these two tabs right here are holding your panel on, you may have to lift it up a little bit and then pull it out. Once you have the panel released, you can close the door again, and then we're just going to drop it forward enough so you can reach in and pull off the wire harness. There's no locking tab or anything on this one, so all you have to do is pull it off and let it set out of the way. Then we can remove the door switch. There's a little tab that basically prevents it from coming out, so we're going to remove this piece, and then we can remove the door switch. First we're going to open the door, and then all you have to do is press this little lever right here with your finger and rotate the switch out so we can pull it out the front. Once you have it out, push the panel back up and make sure that locking tab holds it in place, and if it doesn't, put a screw back in there so it doesn't fall off while you're getting the new switch. Here's the old door switch next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new door switch in, we're going to open up the door and release the panel again. We're going to lower it down enough so we can put the door switch in. We're going to feed it through from the front so that the locking tab comes out on the same side. So we're going to feed it through like this, the plug first, and rotate it over to your right. Then once you have it lined up, we're going to push it back so the tab comes through and locks it in place. And then we're going to put this little safety device back on here so the switch can't be bumped and knocked off. Once you have that in place, we're going to lift the panel up a little bit more so we can reconnect the wire harness. There's a little notch on this side that you want to make sure is towards the rear of the dryer. All you have to do is push it in so you get a good connection. And then once you have it in place, we can lift the front panel back up into place and make sure that little tab goes on there. And then close the door and hold it in place while we put the screws in. With the front panel back in place, we can put these upper screws back in. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to put them back in. Now that we have the four top screws on, we can open up the door and replace the two screws that hold the front panel to the lint screen housing. Once you have those two in, we can close the dryer door, and then we can go put the console back on. To put the console back on, there are these little tabs across the bottom, and we have to line them up with the little openings on the front panel. So at not too much of an angle, but a little bit, you want to lower this down so those tabs go in, and then rotate it back so it snaps into place. And then once you have them all in, we can push it up and lock those tabs in that we took off earlier. Once you have that snapped into place, we can put the top back on. To put the top back on, we're going to set it down on top of the frame, and then we're going to push it forward so the lip right here goes underneath that bracket. Once you have it in and lined up, you can push it forward, and then we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the top back on, we can plug the dryer back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.